So, it's been a while since I've done an episode of the MAWBR podcast, right? Well, this subject matter I had been wanting to talk about and just kept going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do this. And you know what? I'm going to because I have been holding this subject matter in for way too long. Now, it's going to get a bit personal. I'm going to be careful with names just because of the subject matter. But I'm also telling this whole story as hopefully more of an informative piece to you all of what to look out for if you ever get into a relationship again. Because I'm about to tell you about the worst relationship, probably the worst ever that I've ever been in, and hopefully you'll learn from my story of what to look out for in your lives. So, I'm going to take you back to 2021. By this point, I had been single for almost 5 years straight. And I know that's a pretty long-ass time. By that point, my brain was just wrecked. Being single for a long time, people kept saying, oh, focus on yourself, work on yourself, everything. And that shit just goes in one ear, out the other, because you can only be told that so many times to the point where it just means nothing to you. Because really, what does that mean at the end of the day when you're single for years on end? Well, my best friend, Robin, she, during the summer 2021, decided to introduce me to a friend of hers that she was living with. Now, this friend, I'm going to try to do my best to... Anybody knows who I'm referring to, but I want to refrain from using her name because her name is fucking poisonous to me. Fucking poisonous. To the point where I don't want to repeat her name ever again. She wanted to introduce me to her friend that was living with her. And one of those, almost like a whole setup thing, which I was completely resistant to because I had not allowed anybody to pretty much set me up with anybody else in years, because the only other time I allowed that to happen was a massive disaster. And I mean fucking massive. But I went along with it because I trust Robin. She's my best friend in the world. She saved my life. So of course I was going to take her advice and listen. So I got introduced to my ex, well, now my ex, around summer-ish 2021. And not too long into talking everything, conversations became adult-rated. I'm trying to be careful with my verbiage here because it's YouTube after all. But things kind of went in the adult route pretty quickly. And before you know it, things started happening, a full-on relationship. So how can I describe this relationship after it started? Well, to quote the lyrics of the song, She Hates Me by Puddle of Mud, it went well for a week or two and then it all came unglued. Because little did I realize that my ex had a lot of toxic traits. Now, I get it, she had a rough upbringing because of stuff in her life. But, my God. This woman was a headache and a fucking half. During the 1.5 month relationship, and then even stuff afterwards, she really truly showed why I should never have ever spoken to this woman. I lost count of how many times this woman kept accusing me of cheating on her with my best friend. Just because she is the most jealous woman on the face of the earth. All the time she would get on my case. Are you cheating on me? Oh, I know you're cheating on me behind my back. The dumbest reason she accused me of cheating on her, and this was just so fucking stupid. At one point, Robin, she would use her brother's Xbox account in order to access his, digital library of games and everything. And for that, they would access Grand Theft Auto 5, a personal favorite game of mine. And we would use that to play the games together, the three of us once in a while. Well, then one day, her brother took the account back, and my ex is upset because she wanted to play the game and everything. So I told her, I was like, hey, would it make you feel better if I bought you the game? And she said, yes. So of course, I bought her the game because A, she wanted it, and B, because I wanted her to have it so we could play it together. And I think it cost me $20, so I think the game was on sale. And she was ecstatic. And rightfully so. The next fucking day, she told me that she thought I bought it and, was being nice and everything in order to cover up something I had done behind her fucking back. Really, bitch? I bought you the fucking video game so we could play together, and the thanks I get the next day is that you thought I did it because you thought I was cheating on you behind your back and was doing this to be nice? No! This woman, I swear, she found the dumbest reasons to be pissed off at me. All the time she would get on my case for literally anything humanly possible. She was constantly picking fights, constantly accusing me of cheating on her. And the worst thing that she kept doing, other worst thing that she kept doing that drove me away was that she kept ghosting me. It was like, everything was fine at first, but then after a while she started to stop talking to me for random reasons. I remember I had one night where I was talking to her, before going to work. She would talk to me for 10 minutes and then stop talking because then she decided to focus the rest of the night to play Fortnite. Or, not Fortnite, Minecraft. And then she kept doing that for random reasons afterwards. You know what we did on our 1 month anniversary? Nothing! Because I barely heard a fucking peep out of this bitch! I heard from her around 3 or 4 in the morning. At that point I was asleep because this was a Saturday. Told me she couldn't sleep. I messaged her back when I woke up around 7 a.m. She didn't message me back until around 10:30 that night. And she didn't even realize it was our 1 month anniversary. It turns out she spent the day sleeping, working, and binging on YouTube videos. Think about that for a fucking second. This woman doesn't have any priorities straight in her life at that point. Despite being a mother of 2, and also having a cat and some chores to do around the house or on her keep. But she couldn't take 5 minutes out of the middle of her day to check her messages on Facebook to see who the guy that she's dating is trying to talk to her? And it takes her till 10:30 that night to pick up her fucking phone and get back to me. You go the whole day without talking to me, and you didn't even realize it was our anniversary because I wasn't a priority to you pretty much at the end of the day. Who the hell goes that full day without talking to somebody? Let's face it, I was there for her more than she was there for me. Yet she just kept making me feel like I didn't fucking matter to her. And finally, by the beginning of September, I had enough. The evening of September the 4th, I remember I was talking to Robin. Didn't hear a fucking goddamn peep out of my ex that entire day. Not one word. And you know what I found out? She was spending the whole day sleeping, and then out of nowhere she decides to go to a casino to hang out with a friend of hers. Now, if she wanted to go hang out with a friend, that's fine. But at least give me a heads up, just say, hey, I'm gonna go do something. Give me a that way I don't at least have to worry that something happened to you just because you're not fucking talking to me. Instead, she just goes out, doesn't bother, communicating with me whatsoever. It's just, vroom, off she goes. Yeah, leave me in the fucking dark. Because I don't fucking matter to you. The next morning, I broke up with her. I was just like, I can't handle this ghosting shit. Okay? If I mattered to you, you would fucking talk to me. But clearly not. I later found out also, within a month or two, after we broke up, that before that calendar month was over, she already got in a relationship with somebody else. Yeah, you were pretty quick to move on, bitch. Meanwhile, I had been single since that breakup in September 2021. You, on the other hand, you had no problem going and moving on with somebody else out of nowhere that fast. So now, anybody who might know who she is, because right around that very same time, a little after we broke up, she was in one of my GTA live streams. I'm not going to say which one because I don't want people looking it up and trying to find her and contact her or anything. In fact, just people, please, just stay away from her. I don't want anybody communicating with her or anything or any of that shit. Just stay away from her. But then you get to around January or February of 2022. She and I are starting to talk a bit, again, seemingly reconciling and all that stuff. Oh, and I almost forgot something, too. Just remembered this a second ago before I get to that part. During the relationship, she said one of the dumbest things ever. At that point in time, she had the audacity to tell me that she was sexually frustrated after not having sex for a couple of months. Of all people for you to say that to, out of all people on this planet, you say that to me. You have the audacity to complain to me that you're sexually frustrated? If you're sexually frustrated after not having sex for just a few months, then what the fuck am I in comparison? Honestly, that's one of the most baffling things ever. You're sexually frustrated after a few months. Anyway, you fast forward now to January, February of last year. reconciling a little bit. And we talk, and we decided to be each other's Valentines on Valentine's Day. Second time ever in my life that I've ever had someone as my Valentine on Valentine's Day, and first time since 2012. And that's going to be significant later on. And so we were thinking that we were reconciling and everything. And when it came to that whole sexual frustration thing, we thought we had found a solution. I'm not going to go into further detail, but we thought we found a way. But then, when it seemed like we were reconciling, those toxic traits started up again. Because she was constantly getting on my case and picking fights. Over and over. One of the biggest things she kept getting on my case with was surrounding Robin for two reasons. One, she hated that I was giving money to her in order to help her out with stuff like get breakfast or gas or stuff like that. And two, she hated how close I am to her. Because again, that jealousy factor just kicking in hard. Here's the thing though, that people probably don't realize. My ex, I don't know if she does now, but at least at the time, she couldn't drive. No license or car or anything. Out of nowhere, she gets what was essentially her dream job of working on cars at Jiffy Lube. And I know some people might think, oh, that's her dream job. Can't really get mad at her for having a dream. Her dream is to have a job to work with and around cars. Nothing wrong with that. Well, out of nowhere, when she got her job, the guy that was supposed to drive her, be her mode of transportation, just suddenly abandoned her. Blocked her and wouldn't talk to her. So you know who stepped up to get her to and from work? Robin. The very woman she was living with and was having issues with stepped up and got her to and from work. Back when you had nobody else helping you. So of course, I'm going to need to help out a little bit, get some money to her so she can at least get gas in her car. Because that travel to and from your job was at least an hour each way. Yeah, that's going to take up gas, and this was before gas prices jumped up. But yeah, my ex just kept on finding a reason to fight. Oh, how dare you give her money? You never help me out with money when I'm struggling. How the hell am I supposed to know if you need money if you don't fucking say anything? And then she afterwards said, I don't like asking for help. Then don't get on my fucking goddamn ass just because you won't fucking open your goddamn mouth saying you needed help, and then get on my case for not reading your mind. Newsflash! Men are not mind readers. We can't just read your mind and instantly tell when you're saying or feeling something. But no, we're just supposed to know it all. But it's just like this bitch would get on my ass about anything. Always fighting. How dare you be close to Robin? How dare you? You shouldn't be close to her or anything. I don't like sharing anybody. So you want me to just abandon my best friend? Abandon the fucking woman that saved my life in 2019 when I was damn close to killing myself? Back during a time where I was in the worst mental state ever? To the point where I wanted to take my fucking car and crash it into a tree or even the back of a semi-truck, hoping they would fucking kill me because of the pain I was in? You want me to abandon the woman and stop me from doing that? No! Fuck you! You don't tell me who I can or cannot be close to in my life. You have no fucking say in that. You heartless, manipulative, self-centered, jealous bitch. You have no say who I'm close to in life. I don't dictate who you could or could not have in your life, so don't you dare fucking turn around and try to tell me who I can and cannot have in my life. I make that fucking choice, not you, you self-centered hoe. But yeah, she kept thinking, if I tell you this, maybe you'll finally distance yourself and I'll have you all to myself because I don't like sharing people with anybody. Get over yourself, bitch! The world does not revolve around you. There's more to life than just what you fucking want. There's more people on this planet than just you. It's not all about you and what you fucking want, you selfish cunt. Okay? You can't have everything you want in life. You can't have everything exclusively for you. But yet you wanted it that way, so you try to manipulate me from somebody who I've been close to for a long-ass fucking time. Because you only care about your fucking self. Now you get to the middle of March. The night before her birthday, which was leading into daylight savings time, she was slightly inebriated, and she was crying on Twitch about being jealous of Robin, saying, oh, Robin gets this, Robin gets that, it's so hard for me, etc., etc. I'm listening to this whole stream of this slightly intoxicated woman just going off about shit. Once again, you are shit-talking the woman who put a roof over your house, is the reason why you were able to get to and from your dream job, and just like as well as me, had your back when your back was against the wall whenever anything was going wrong in your life. When you were fucking going overboard, like when you were spending too much money and your bank account was getting messed up, we had your back. When you had somebody online making you upset, like hurting your feelings, we double teamed and got pissed off at that person because we had your back. We got revenge, like fucking stood up for you. Hell, when you had a guy, when you were working at Domino's, when you had a guy who was fucking creeping on you and everything, and both you and Robin had to beg me not to reach this guy on social media, had cussed him the fuck out for being a fucking creep to you two, in order to not, for him to not try to get you two fired from when you were working at Domino's together. She had to beg me not to say anything because she knows I was gonna go off. Okay? But yeah, you're fucking constantly shit-talking this woman. Because you're fucking ungrateful. You had nothing before Robin took you into her house. You had nothing. But yeah, you kept shit-talking her. You kept finding reasons to fight. So then you get towards the later part of the month. She wanted to give me something, like some kind of gift or whatever. But then after a fight she had with Robin, she's like, oh no, I'm not getting you your gift now. You know what the gift was? It was something on Amazon. I think it might be still there. They're like these special kind of bracelets. One with the moon and one with the sun. And when you push like that icon there, it makes the other one glow. And she said that would be like our symbol of letting the other person know you miss them. It was a rare time where somebody wanted to give me something. But then after she had a fight with Robin, she's like, oh, you're not getting it now. So she took it out on me. She said she wanted to do something special for my birthday. No clue what that is. But one of the biggest things, she told me after the 4th of July last year, she wanted to fly out here as part of a personal vacation. And you can tell, you can pretty much put 2 and 2 together to figure out what she wanted to do. Yeah, I might as well say, she wanted to come out here to fuck. The only woman on this planet to ever have that desire. The only woman that says she wanted to sleep with me. In my 30 plus years on this fucking planet. And did it happen? Fuck no. You're about to find out why. So now you get to the end of the month of March. She's still getting pissed off and fighting with Robin. Barely talking to me again. Picking fights. And then one morning, Robin asked me to give her a bit of money. Get some quick breakfast. Gas in her car. No problem. Guess who immediately messaged me right afterwards? My ex. Because then she says, oh, I see that Robin's spending money again. And like, yeah, that's expected, because she's got bills, like, gotta get gas in her car and breakfast. It's like, no, that's not normal, because she thought she manipulated me to stop giving her money. And then afterwards, she said, I'm not having this argument again. I'm like, fine. I pretty much threw my hands up. I was like, okay, I don't want to fight. I'm tired of fucking fighting. You're always finding a reason to fight with me, bitch. Didn't hear from her for the rest of that day. Now, I remember this was like Friday. And I had to go into work that night. And the next morning around 3 a.m., I get a message from Robin. Warning me saying, hey, just so you know, your ex hasn't come home all night. And she jumped in a car with another guy and went off somewhere. Alarm started ringing. I'm like, uh-oh, what the fuck's going on? So I still try to get through the rest of my work shift. And I talked to Robin as soon as she woke up, and she showed me her screenshots of her trying to contact my ex on Facebook, like through Messenger. Numerous times trying to FaceTime call her through Facebook Messenger in a row, and my ex was not picking up. Just over and over and over and over. And Robin is getting pissed. And that's one thing you should know. You never piss off somebody with bipolar disorder. Whether or not they're like medicated or anything, you don't piss them off. You're pretty much lighting a stick of dynamite by doing that. So then finally my ex actually messaged her back saying that she knows that, like, Robin is probably having issues with her boyfriend. Like, she was seeing some guy, I'm not going to bring up his name there, saying, oh, I know you're pissed off at him, you're going to take it out on me. And she said the reason she left to just get away for a bit, because she said she took transportation to get to her grandmother's house, staying a night there, and was going to go with her grandmother to have breakfast in the morning. This whole time, this tramp ain't talking to me. Not one fucking word. So to try to get conversation out of her, I went through like my computer. I pulled up a picture of like rocket power that I have on my hard drive, sent it to her on Facebook to see if she replied. The only thing she replied back was with the word classic. That's the last thing she ever said to me. Wouldn't talk to me again after that. This whole day, she ain't talking to anybody. And I remember I was talking to Robin right afterwards, like later that day, and I was like, I'm getting worried about this bitch. Like, if only we could fucking track down, like, her phone just to see where it's at. She's like, do you have her on Snapchat? I'm like, yeah. Like, pull up a Snapchat and see if you can find her location. Pulled up Snapchat, looked up the map, nothing. Bitch fucking ghosted her location. It's like, okay, that's a bigger warning sign there. And then the shot to the heart. It was either that night or the next morning. Keep talking to Robin. Still getting worried about my ex still not talking or anything. And that's when she broke the news. She's telling me, why are you worried about her? She's fine. She's with her new boyfriend. I'm like, what? Turns out, that Saturday morning when she went to, she said she was going to McDonald's, she did. And you know who spotted her there? Robin's uncle and aunt. But the thing is, she wasn't spotted with her grandmother. She was spotted having breakfast with the dude whose car she jumped into the previous day. This fucking bitch abandoned me for another man. Jumped into the car, grabbed him by the stick shift, and off they fucking went. You redheaded hoe bag. I have not heard a word from this tramp to this fucking day. And to what I can tell, she has held absolutely no remorse for shattering my heart. She even told me back during a relationship. Robin pretty much warned her when we were together. She warned her to not break my heart. Because Robin knew how alone I was during that time. She knew how tired I was of being alone and how heartbroken I was. And she knew, she fucking pretty much warned her not to break my heart. Did this bitch listen? No! She didn't fucking listen because all she cared about was her own goddamn motherfucking selfish needs. All those plans that she had, out the window. Whatever she was planning to do for my birthday, gone. No clue what she was planning. She was going to come out here after the 4th of July, but nope. Instead of coming out here to ride me, instead she's riding the other guy. At one point, I remember one of my coworkers forgot why I don't talk to my ex anymore, so I tried pulling up her Twitter account, and what did I see as the most recent tweet at that point? A picture of her in bed with the guy she left me for. Yeah, no remorse written all over it. You got no remorse for breaking another man's fucking heart and shattering it into pieces! You have no remorse for taking this guy who you built up and made him feel like he finally had some self-confidence, and you just fucking shattered it all away again. You ruined me, you hoe! To this day, the only thing I don't have her blocked on is Facebook. The only thing, because I told myself, if she wants to get off her goddamn motherfucking ass and actually respond to me and actually explain herself, I'll let her. But then right afterwards, I'll fucking unleash on her to tell her everything I've been holding in for the last year and a fucking half from all the pain she caused. But she hasn't fucking reached out to me once. She reached out to Robin to try to possibly give her back some money that she owed her, because that was something she refused to do the whole time. She's like, oh, I don't have money, I can't keep money or anything. Yet she expected to live in that house for free, not do chores or fucking pay back any money or anything like that. She just expected a free ride. So I had to cover for her with money and everything, make sure there was gas in the car and everything like that. But instead, she's just a fucking ungrateful redheaded bitch. She hasn't reached out to me at all during all this time, because she doesn't give a shit. I don't know if she's listening to this, but get ready, folks, because I'm tired of holding this shit back after a year and a half. You redheaded fucking cunt! You said in the past, oh, I used to be a hoe, but I'm not now. You're the biggest hoe in the tool shed. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, and you're living proof of that. You fucking redheaded, selfish, fucking bastard. I hate you more than life itself because of the pain you caused me. You took me, built me up, and then shattered me without any fucking care in the world. All you cared about is your fucking self because you're a bitch. You're a bitch. And I don't care if that's a derogatory term. I don't give a goddamn motherfucking fuck. She's a bitch, and there's nothing I can't put any nice words about her because of all the shit she did. Constantly fighting with me, ghosting me and making me feel like I didn't fucking matter to her. Trying to fucking manipulate me into distancing myself from the closest person in my goddamn life. The person who was there for me when I was damn close to killing myself. The fucking person that was there for me when I lost my grandmother. The one person that gave me a reason to keep going! You tried to drive a wedge there. And it didn't work, did it? But yet the one woman who had the desire to sleep with me, the only one on this fucking planet who had a desire to get in bed with me and everything, left me before that was supposed to happen. You realize how degrading that feels, knowing that one person has that eye for you, but then they fucking abandon you before that was supposed to happen? You know how hard it is to try to attract somebody when you're around 5'3", 5'4" in height, you're 31 years old and you've been stuck on third shift for 10 years? It's like a needle in a haystack situation. Even when you put yourself out there on all those stupid fucking dating services like Tinder and OkCupid to try to put yourself out there in hopes that somebody's gonna bite and you still keep getting nothing after years on end. The rare time where you actually have somebody outside of that scope that actually wants you, but then they turn around and hurt you because they don't give a fuck. That hurts! It also hurts knowing that between the two women that have ever been my Valentine on Valentine's Day, one of them is deceased, being my best friend in the world, Deanna, who passed away on me back in 2017, and the other one is fucking dead to me! Karma is a bitch, and I hope this woman never has any resemblance of happiness ever again for the rest of her fucking life. She doesn't deserve anything good. Ever. Good things only should happen to good people, and she is the furthest thing from a good person. I hate you more than life itself, you fucking cunt! You were quite possibly the worst girlfriend I've ever had. I was there for you far more than you were ever there for me! But did you care? No! You don't give a shit! If it doesn't fucking pertain to you, oh, I don't give a fuck. All you cared about was your goddamn self. You were easily possibly the worst woman I've ever known. And I don't hold any of this against Robin, like I know her heart was in the right place when she set all that stuff up together, so I don't blame her. I know Robin's heart was in a good place. I don't know where my fucking ex's heart is, but I know where her head is, and it was jammed right up her own fucking ass. I wouldn't piss on this bitch if she was on fire. Because of all the shit she did. I hate her more than anybody could ever fucking understand. And I've been holding all this in for over a year and a half. How can you do that to somebody? How can you take somebody, make them feel useful one moment, and then make them feel useless the next? How can you not care that you're hurting somebody else like that? This woman doesn't deserve any happiness in her life. I don't know if she's still with that guy that she left me for, but if you are, do me a fucking favor. The next time you're in bed with him, choke on him until you're fucking blue in the face. Fuck you and the horse cock you rode in on, you cunt! Nobody understands how much I hate this woman. I've constantly held just this vocal emotion in. I've made posts about this on social media, but it's taken until now just for me to even put these feelings into verbal words. If you ever find a woman or even a significant other of any gender that does the shit that my ex has done, ghosting, constantly picking fights, only caring about themselves and all that shit, run! They will tear you apart. Do not try to find somebody and allow somebody in your life that does the shit that my ex did. If they try to tell you who you can or cannot be close to, if they're constantly being jealous as shit, if they make you feel like you don't belong or don't matter, They can't make time out of their day to talk to you. Or anything else that I meant. If they're constantly accusing you of cheating on them, run. It wouldn't surprise me if this bitch was cheating on me the whole damn time. Because I know for a fact I was loyal to her, even when she wasn't talking to me. Even though I was having days where I would just lay around and forget I even had a girlfriend at the time, just because she wouldn't talk to me. Even during then, I was still fucking loyal. I know it for a fact. I don't know if she was fucking loyal. It wouldn't surprise me if she was cheating because of the constant time she was all constantly ghosting me and falsely accusing me and shit. How do I know you were faithful? How do I know you weren't fucking doing shit behind my back? Huh? Answer that, you fucking cunt! If you ever had the audacity to actually talk! I hate her. I fucking hate her. If she were to have a fucking... If something happened to her... Like, the worst thing that anybody could ever tell me about her is that she's still breathing. The worst thing. She doesn't deserve anything good in her life. I don't give a shit what she went through in the past. I don't give a fuck. Once a hoe, always a hoe. Dirty's hoe in the fucking tool shed. To my ex, go fucking fuck your fucking self, you fucking cunt. And like I said, fuck you on the horse cock you rode it on.